Peace. This is Torrance Davis. I'm here with Aaron Weber. He's the assistant community manager at Sega, and we're going to be talking about Phantasy Star Zero. We're going to geek out. Tell us a little bit about Phantasy Star Zero for the DS.
Sure. Phantasy Star Zero is the spiritual successor to Phantasy Star Online for the Sega Dreamcast. So it's the latest game. Yeah, thumbs up. It's the latest game in the Phantasy Star franchise, which has been going on since early 90s for the Sega Genesis Master System. But this time around, it's a portable experience, so you can take it on the go. You can play locally with friends, or you can even go online and play with people across the world for free.
Now, is the game, is it 3D? Is it 2D? What does it look like?
It's a full 3D experience, and it actually looks really impressive considering the DS and the platform. But once you get your hands on it, I think you'll be really impressed.
Now, is there going to be a lot of fan service? Are we going to see some of the things that we loved in the old Phantasy Star Dreamcast games?
There are a number of references to the old Phantasy Star games. Specifically, Phantasy Star Online is going to be one of the biggest focuses. As you collect items, you'll notice that the boxes that the items look like are taken directly from PSO. So weapons will be orange boxes, rares are going to be red boxes, armor is blue. Maseda is going to look exactly the same, your money. So.
Now, with the Dreamcast version, you could hook up a keyboard and chat, as far as I can remember. How are you going to do the chatting in the DS version?
The DS actually is built perfectly for stuff like that, because instead of having to type now, you can just use the stylus, and you can bring up a chat window and draw, type out whatever letters or draw whatever pictures you want to, and then your friends that you're playing with can see those in a little chat bubble, kind of like symbol chat on PSO.
You can draw whatever pictures you want, nothing's filtered?
You can draw whatever you want.
Now, as far as the scope of the game, how large is it? Is it a huge 60-hour Phantasy Star game? How long will it take to beat? Can you play it? Is the game the same when you play by yourself versus multiplayer?
It's actually completely different, depending on the style of the mode you're playing. So you can do the offline story mode, and based just on the race that you pick, whether you're a cast, a human, or a Newman, you're going to get a totally different storyline from beginning to end, as opposed to the other two races. So offline story is probably going to run you somewhere between 10 to 15 hours, and then you've got 3 different offline stories essentially to go through. And then besides the offline story, then of course you get to the real meat of it, my favorite part, which is playing with your friends, playing with people online, running through the dungeons, hunting for great weapons, and just having fun.
Now, how do you handle loot whoring in this game?
There's been a beautiful change from Phantasy Star Online. See, PSO was all like, 2 people would fight the monsters, and there's that one jerk that would always run right past you and go straight for the boxes and grab all the good stuff.
I used to do that.
That was you? I hated you back in the day, man. I was the guy fighting. But they've changed it for Zero so that after you clear a room, it'll spawn a chest. And when you hit that chest, items will pop out and everyone grabs an item. But the chest is unique per player. So if we're in the same party and we break open the chest, I'll see 8 items fall on the floor. I can pick all 8 up, and you'll see 8 different items fall, and you can just pick all 8 up.
Now, as far as the online goes, can you play against Japanese players, or is it just U.S.?
I want to double check on that one for you, but last I heard, it will be open to play with Japanese players.
And when's the release date for the game?
This is coming out in November.
All right, thank you for giving us this interview, and we're going to check out some game footage of the game as we sit in our massaging chairs from the Sharper Image. I'm going to need some help getting up. Anyway, this is Torrance with the Sega Press Event in New York. I'll have some more footage for you later. Nice. Yep.